Hey Cancer, this is Natalie from Inspired Alignment. I'm coming on today to do your reading for January 2020. So please take whatever resonates and whatever doesn't, just go ahead and leave it behind. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. And also please feel free to check your sun, moon, and rising sign so that you can get more of a complete picture of what's going on within your life in particular. So I'm going to go ahead and get started for messages for Cancers. What are the most important things that Cancers are going to need to know for January of 2020? Messages for the sign of Cancer for January 2020. Most important messages Cancers will need to know for January 2020. Okay, so we have the the Four of Water, the Thought card, and the Eight of Earth. Then we have the Four of Earth with choice, the Eight of Fire, abundance, and healing. And the Two of Water. Okay. Alright, so what I see for Cancers, I feel like you guys are really having to kind of look at yourself in a new way in the month of January, going into the new year of 2020. I feel like some of you may already kind of be doing this, like starting to see yourself in a new way, like the way that you think about yourself is different now. So this may be something that you've been working on, to have more positive thoughts about yourself. Like I see some of you guys maybe even like looking in the mirror and saying I am affirmations. And I feel like you're starting to really kind of see like a change in how you're feeling and operating going into January. Like you're starting to like reap the rewards of doing this kind of work. For others of you, I feel like you are really kind of having to like get real with yourself in some way. Really look at yourself and kind of like see some things that maybe you have not been willing to see before. Kind of thinking about yourself and the role that you play in certain situations in a new way. For some of you guys, like people who have been doing like a lot of this work, I feel like you're also kind of gaining some other kind of like wisdom here, like some kind of like psychic information, or you're getting some kind of downloads or connecting with like spirit guides. You may find that like you have like a new ability that you didn't know you had. There's like something kind of progressing here as far as like being able to connect more spiritually. And for others of you who are kind of like having to really recognize some things about yourself and start thinking about things in a different way, I feel like there may be somebody around you, specifically like a female, that is trying to like help give you some guidance. And I feel like for some of you guys, this could be the person that kind of made you, even think about like looking at yourself and kind of reflecting on certain situations and the role that you play in them. Like this person may have sparked something in you to make you kind of really like see yourself in like the real you, all the parts of you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, and I feel like this person is available to you if you like need some kind of assistance or guidance. For some of you guys, I feel like there's some kind of a choice that needs to be made when it comes to your stability. So this could be a home, a business, a job, or just something that you built and created. I feel like there's something that's changing with this, or there's like a choice that needs to be made. This could be what has some people kind of looking at themselves in a different way. You know, like kind of like reviewing how something came down to this point in time. And then for others of you, I just feel like, you know, there may be something like that's kind of trying to like fall away. But there's like a choice that you need to make here, and it may be kind of a difficult decision. As I look at the clock, it is 11:11 right now, and I'm just getting on the card that I usually see as some kind of spiritual guidance. So I would definitely say that most of you have been doing a lot of work when it comes to spirituality. You are starting to like go into this whole new level of what you are capable of and the knowledge that you have. And for others of you, I feel like you're just kind of starting onto this like ascension awakening journey, and you may not even realize that that is what's even happening at first. But I do get like this feeling of a lot of like spiritual support and guidance. So for some of you guys that have a difficult decision or a choice to make, just know that you know, things are kind of happening for a reason. I do feel like, you know, this choice is going to be attached to some kind of abundance. So I do get this feeling of like money, a home, work, something like that. So whatever this choice is that you're having to make, it may, you know, not be an easy choice, and there's like some healing that needs to take place regarding the choice that you're making. For some of you guys, this could be also connected to like a partner that you have. This could even be something that they are personally going through, and you're kind of like here supporting them in some way. For others of you, I think that this choice that you're making, even though it's difficult and may cause like some challenges, it ultimately is leading you into a more abundant, fruitful, loving type of an energy, and could also be kind of bringing a connection into your life or healing a connection with a specific person. Okay, so let me see what other messages I can get for Cancers for January 2020. What other messages do Cancers need to know about the energy that has just been given? Messages for Cancer for January 2020. Okay. What is this Four of Water about for Cancers? What else do they need to know about the Four of Water? Okay, the Strength card. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's two groups here. So there's some of you that are becoming stronger within yourself and really transforming and changing due to work that you have been doing on yourself. And for others of you, I'm feeling like there's a need to like kind of find the strength to start this process of like doing the work, really getting real with who you are, and start like transforming. Okay, what about the Thought card? All right, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so I'm feeling like this lack energy. I feel like there's a lot of energy that's connected to like money, stability, work, finances going on here. So there's definitely a connection to that. I think that like changing the way that you see yourself, and doing like inner work with yourself is going to kind of change the way that you think about finances and money. Like I get like almost like a lack mentality here. Like if you're always expecting to never have money, or you don't feel like you are good enough to receive a lot of money, then you're not going to get it. And so this is kind of like changing that thought pattern. And for some of you guys, again, I'm seeing that some people have already done this and they're reaping those rewards, where other people are just kind of starting this. Okay, what about the Eight of Earth for Cancers? The Eight of Earth. Whoa. Lots of messages is what I'm getting. Lots of messages, either from this person who is very spiritual and psychic, or coming in to you. I think because you have a different type of spiritual understanding and connection to the universe and to what else is going on here other than just, you know, what we physically see. And for others of you, this is like another person that is really helping you see things in a whole new way. Okay, what about the choice and the Four of Earth? Okay, yeah. So there definitely is a decision or a choice that needs to be made here. And I'm feeling like, I mean, obviously there's something about this choice that, I mean, there's two options here. Maybe for some of you guys, even three options. But I feel like there's like a knowing that one of those options is not good for you. One of the options is something that you kind of need to walk away from. And that kind of goes along with this, like, getting real with stuff, like getting the strength to kind of make the choice to move away from this. Yeah, I think that this is something that you're going to be kind of dealing with here in January. Okay, what about the Eight of Fire? All right, Death card. So total transformation here. There is a spiritual transformation here. And I think that I'm dealing with two groups, some who are kind of on the beginning end of this and some who are like really more developed but are moving into a higher level. I mean, if you just look at the card, I mean, the caterpillar with the butterfly, the sun kind of coming up behind the mountain there, like, this is a total change and transformation that's happening, and you may be dealing with some tower moments throughout the month of January because of this transformation that is either happening or that needs to take place. Just know that it's happening for a reason. And then here we have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm getting like, you know, you hold the key or the message, like, within yourself as to, you know, being abundant, you know, healing yourself and having like very meaningful emotional connections with others. For some of you guys, this is directly relating to finances and stability. Some of you guys could even be after a tower moment, after a choice that needs to be made. You may be reconnecting or connecting with somebody new, or reconnecting with somebody from your past through like a new business endeavor or a new job. But this is after you kind of make a choice and move into a direction to kind of be more independent. But I am kind of getting like a single solitary thing here. It's like making a decision to move away from something and into a new direction where you are leaving people or like situations behind and you're becoming more independent. And this is creating more abundance, healing, and love within your life. Okay. Let's see. What other messages do Cancers need to know for January 2020? Yeah, there's a definite transformative energy here. Something kind of like completing and like a new phase starting. And I feel like, you know, you're either being asked to have the strength to kind of like do this work, or like you're gaining that strength and starting new. Yep, I feel like finances are a big blockage. And it's kind of how you're seeing it. It's how you're thinking about it, how you're speaking about it, how you're feeling about it. You have to like change that within yourself so that you can kind of remove this blockage and start to let the abundance and the finances like flow into you. There's some work that you need to do with the way that you're thinking about money. Okay, what about the Eight of Earth? Yep, I just, the moon phases could be playing an important role here. So the full moons, the new moons, you know, you could be going through significant changes during those times, getting a lot of information coming to you during these times, or kind of having somebody that's around you that just always kind of like shows up during specific times, that's kind of like helping you in some way. Okay. Yeah, I feel like even though there is like kind of a toxic energy here that needs to be kind of moved away from, there's a choice, like, I mean, you know, there's a choice that needs to be made. I don't feel like you're going to make really the wrong choice, because I feel like there is a lot of like spiritual protection here that is kind of guiding you. So, I mean, I just know that there's going to be a choice that you have to make, and it may be difficult, but I feel like you're making the correct choice to move away from something that isn't serving you. Okay, yeah, I feel like things have been very confusing or cloudy for you when it comes to like specific situations that you're having to like make decisions about right now. But I think that there's like, you're starting to gain some clarity here. And it's like through things that are taking place around you, you're really kind of getting clear on, you know, what's good and what's not. Who's toxic, who isn't, what situations are not good for you anymore. Okay, yeah, I feel like you are going to kind of feel like you're taking a chance or a risk when it comes to like a choice that you're making. I do feel like it's attached to like business, work, finances, but I'm getting that like for some of you guys moving into this direction of like creating your own business, being like your own boss, or you know what I mean, like moving kind of away from working for others is a gamble that you're taking, but it's the right thing to do, because it brings like all this great stuff into your life. And for others of you, I just feel like, you know, whatever choice this is that you're making, it feels risky, it feels like a chance. And again, I mean, I see this 11 here. I just feel like you're going to be guided into making the right decision. And this, whatever decision you're moving into, like wherever you're going, it's good, even though it might seem a little difficult as it's happening. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull just a couple cards for what Cancers can expect throughout the year of 2020. What are going to be the most important things that Cancers are going to have to know about the year of 2020? All right, Two of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. And I also do have the Tower card here too. So I feel like there's a lot of things shifting and changing, and I feel like this is mainly based around money and stability and finances. I think that you are going into a direction that is kind of being guided by something, by like a higher power. And through this transformation and through these changes, you're going to kind of be dealing with things falling away, being removed, that aren't, you know, going to be able to come with you onto this new journey. But for many of you, I feel like this is based around money, business, finances, work, stuff like that. All right, let's get one more card, one more message for Cancers for January of 2020. What are the most important thing? What is the most important thing they will need to know for January of 2020? Oh, just one card, Spirit. All right. The lesson. All right, so the lesson. Let's find that. This card says, what lessons are you learning at this moment in your life? What is occurring that may need clarification or a broader perspective? Information is continuously entering consciousness through this holographic divine matrix and is available to anyone who chooses to tune in to its lessons. Allow yourself to enter a state of heightened awareness. View this card as a portal or a holographic crystal ball through which you may more clearly see all aspects of your situation. Ask for guidance from your teachers and guides and be willing to look at your inquiry from a fresh perspective. Sit quietly as this information enters your awareness. Experience how it feels in your heart and soul. Accept only what feels true to you as a lesson from universal wisdom. So that's really interesting. I get like this sense of really kind of tapping into like the spiritual side of yourself, receiving messages from the universe and spirit guides. And for others of you, kind of going to somebody that, you know, may kind of like help you with this. But yeah, I feel very transformative. I feel like there are like some lessons being learned here. There's some new cycles beginning. I mean, but it overall looks good. You're moving in the right direction. So Cancer, I hope that these messages helped you, and I will see you soon. Take care.